morning. I'm Mickey from my Bashful Life blog, and over the last couple weeks I have gotten a lot of questions on Instagram and email about my planning routine, my weekly planning routine. So on my blog, my Bashful Life, I did a post about it, and I got even more questions and comments. So I thought I would take a couple minutes and do a very quick video to give you an idea of my routine. So to begin with, I normally plan in a three-part system. To give you some background information on me, I'm a wife, a mom, I have 4 children, I have a home that I take care of with my husband, and I'm a preschool teacher. So throughout the day I have quite a few things to plan and to do. So I have found it has been so much more successful for me to keep a planner and write a daily to-do list, because I have found not only does my home life run better and everybody has a good week, but my classroom and my students have a better week too when I'm prepared for, what normally comes at you in a week. So quickly, I wanted to show you my three-part system. I use a daily planner. I use the Erin Condren planner, which I've used for the past 3 years, and it just really works for me, and I'll go into more detail in that in a minute. And for anything having to do with my family and my kids, I use a family binder. And in here I have the kids' class schedules, any team that they're on, their rosters, their competition schedules, anything having to do with the neighborhood, family, and close friends. All that information is in this binder. And lastly, what I use to plan each week is my menu planning notebook. And in here I have my weekly menus, recipe information, special things I might need to buy for it, and I use this along with my extensive recipe collection to plan my meals every week. But today we're just going to talk about my daily planner. As I said, I use the Erin Condren Life Planner, and I have found this works best for me because of the way that it's set up. She divides her days into, at least in my version of it, I don't have the newest version, but it's in morning, day, and night. And though I don't plan that way, it was easy for me to convert it to the way that I plan. I use it as home, school, and blog. So in the home section, I would record any family activity that's going on. If one of my kids are home from college, if they have a doctor's appointment, if we have dinner plans, anything like that having to do with the home. If it's a special project that we're working on, I'll put information about that in this section here. Like I said, I'm a preschool teacher, so in the school section, I will just have, really basic information. If we're having music that day, what prep work I would have to do for a craft project that the kids would be working on, and any reports that are due. And in my blog section, I have any information having to do with my blog. I also have an Etsy store, so anything that I'm working on currently for the Etsy store, if I have to take photographs, if I have to do a listing, if I have to do a customer order, anything like that. That's what I write in this section. And down at the bottom, I think is a great place to put your dinner planning. Our breakfasts and lunches are pretty standard. We have, cereal or waffles in the morning, and each of us go to work or school, so we take a lunch along with us. So that's really taken care of. So really the only planning that I'm doing is for dinner, which makes my family much easier to get along with when they are well fed. So down in this section, I always put what we're going to have for dinner that night. Now, usually what I do is I keep a running shopping list on this side of my planner. I cover up the weekend, you know, the Saturday and Sunday days, because I really don't plan, you know, for those days. It's really family time, and we try to be as easygoing and spontaneous as we can be on the weekends. So in that area is where I usually attach my shopping list. And I would have everything for the grocery store, you know, for my meal planning for the week. And I also would have my Target list, because I go to Target every Tuesday. You know, Target Tuesday I think is part of everybody's family. And I would write down those things that I need there. It could also be a list for Home Depot, because we're always doing, you know, a house project around the house. So that's basically how I use my planner. Some of the other things that I like to do is in the goals and notes section, I usually will put things that I want to accomplish that week. Like I have on here, one of the things that I do for my son when he comes home from school is I'd make freezer meals for him. Otherwise he won't eat. So I have that information over here, and I have, we're doing a little weekend trip to Skyline Drive to look at the beautiful autumn leaves. So I have, you know, to prep for that trip. And my daughter has a marching band competition, so I have information about that. So basically that's how I use my planner. Now on Instagram and online, I love to look at everyone's beautiful artwork that they do in their daily planners. It's really spectacular, and I wish I had the time to do it. I just don't. And I do a lot of writing in my planner, so I don't have a lot of extra space to, you know, create something beautiful. But I do like to use washi tape, and I have, for this week, I have some really cute little jack-o'-lantern, and I always like to kind of color coordinate my list paper, and I put a sticker here and there, you know, when I have the room. The one thing that I always use is my planner paper clips. This is something that I have in my Etsy store, which is My Bashful Life Designs on Etsy, and I try to, you know, use a different one every week, something that has to do with the season or the month that we're in. So that's basically how I plan in my daily planner. Next time, in the next video, in part 2, I'm going to talk about the family binder that I have. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that maybe it was, you know, a bit of help. And I hope you subscribe so you can hear all about the family binder. And thanks for watching. See you later.